Is your phone is the first thing you reach for in the morning and the last thing you touch before you go to bed and you want to get rid of it? If yes, so keep watching. Hey guys, welcome to my channel Novel Chit Chat. This is Tanya and today we'll be talking about the book How to Break Up with Your Phone by Catherine Price. Now, I want to make it very clear that breaking up with your phone doesn't mean throw your phone under a bus. So, here, breaking up with your phone means giving yourself a chance to stop and offline lives. It means prioritizing real life relationships over those on screen. So, let's get to the video. No doubt our smartphones are amazing. They notify us about everything, our appointments, shopping list, anniversaries, birthdays. They are DJs, they are cameras, they help us to keep in touch with family and friends. They tell us about everything, weather, traffic, and a lot more. So smartphones are a great tools, no doubt. But today we can see that their impact on our lives might not be entirely good. We feel busy but useless, connected but lonely. The same technology that used to make us happy now sounds irritating. We often hate smartphones the way they make us feel, but no one seems to know what to do about it. So let me tell you one thing, that problem isn't smartphones themselves, the problem is actually our relationship with them. We are never going to break up with our phones unless we think it's vitally important to do so. So in this book, the book is divided into two parts, that is, one is wake up and the another one is break up. So the first part, wake up, is designed to freak you out, like why and how phones are designed to be so hard to put down, and the another part, break up, tells you that what to do. So in this video we'll give you a glance about the first part, as we all are already aware of it, but mainly we'll focus on the second part, that is breakup. So the first part, wake up, says that our phones are designed to addict us. Just as drugs have become more powerful over time, smartphones are no less. The product designers know how to push and encourage us to use their product not just once but over and over. Now the question is how we are getting addicted to it. When we check our phones, we usually find something satisfying, a complimentary email or a text from a crush, an interesting piece of news, someone has shared a meme with us, etc. etc. And trust me, above all, a notification that says someone has mentioned you in their story or a comment hits us different every time. And this receipt of a reward attracts us toward our smartphones. All these things happen because we human beings are social creatures and we desperately want to be loved. We want approvals from others. If we post a picture and get number of likes in few hours, we automatically believe that we are the most liked person in our society. Nowadays, polls are there on social media just to make a choice between something. Those features aren't there by accident, but designers know that human beings have an intrinsic desire for approvals and being judged. Usually, we have noticed that some of our apps are designed to automatically play the next video or episode. It is because product designers know that if the next video automatically start playing after the previous one ends, then we are less likely to stop watching as we are lazy. Next thing that we need to know is that our phone messes with our memory. Our brains usually have two forms of memory, short term and long term, and our phones affects both. If a person described herself as feeling sad, excited, anxious, ignored, frustrated, depressed within the space of 5 minutes, she likely would have received a diagnosis. Similarly, our phones are also the panorama boxes of emotions. Every time we check them, we open ourselves to an unpleasant surprise. You could get an email that worries you, or there's a new story that makes you angry, or a post that makes you sad, or most of time we end up feeling stressed about it, and a lot more things are there. This is how our phones are spoiling us. Now here comes the second part, and that is breakup part. So your breakup part is equally to 30 days challenge around, and that is 4 weeks, because it takes time to change habits or adapt new changes, obviously. So here in the first week is technology triage, which says download a tracking app. This has to be done so that you can compare the amount of time you are spending on your phone per day. Now continue your mindfulness practice by paying attention to how and when you use your phone and how you feel when you do so. So in coming 3-4 days, just look at the result from the tracking app you have installed and pen down everything. On day 5 of the first week, delete all your social media apps, as we know that social media is like junk food. Once we start consuming it, it really become hard to stop. So let's get a control over it. So if you want to get rid of this problem, so do it now. Put your finger on an app icon until it starts jiggling and then uninstall it. The app panicking will respond with a question, are you sure you want to delete me? So say yes and move on. I am here not trying to get you off of social media. You can obviously check it through your phone or computer's internet browser instead of doing it on an app. But after doing it, try to open these apps from browser just 2 or 3 times a day. That's it. And you will end up with more time obviously after this. In this free time, you can do something actually that you wanted to do from a long time, like you can do any physical activity, you can go for a walk, you can do yoga, get a massage, etc, etc. As it is noticed that exercise that increases blood flow also helps to strengthen your control, so it will help you in controlling your emotions and everything. So the first week actually ends here. Now in week 2 is week 2 we are here, and which says change your habits. Here in day 8, say no to the notifications. It is because notifications actually forces us to check our phones. Every time you hear a notification, you know that there is something new waiting for you. So stop this, do it now. Go to your phone notification setting and turn off all notifications except phone calls. After this, some people may find that they check certain apps more often when their notifications are off than they are on. If this happens to you, so you may re-enable it, but I recommend waiting for a day or two before you do so. Now I would like to tell you one phone hack. Like if you want to know that which app you are using the most, then open your phone, go to the phone setting and go to the battery page. In that battery page, you will get the list of all the apps that you have opened recently, as well as what percentage of your battery power they have consumed. So this will tell you about the exact time that you are spending there. Now next thing you can do is, in this breaking part, is change the place where you charge your phone, as the easiest way to break this habit is to make it harder to reach for your phone. Now if you notice that you have a lot more free time, so try spending it on meditation, aerobics, workout, reading particular book or magazine, dancing, sketching, singing. Do whatever, but don't go for your phone. Next thing that you can do is you can simply switch off your phone when not in use, or you can do this easily at the night time. Yeah, so here now we are in week 3, which says reclaiming your brain. Now in this week, it's a time to relax, stop, breathe and be. Make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes, get comfortable and listen to your favorite music. You can do something else also. Now you can end this week, prepare yourself for trial separation. Like you need to do a trial separation in this week 3. While doing this, don't be surprised if you feel impatient, stressed, etc. If you are doing something for good cause and it gives you pain, accept it and move on. Now this trial separation will be of around 24 hours any day, and you can do it any day. Like it's not you have to do on a particular day, so you can do this practice any day, and this has to be done in week 3. Here comes the week 4, which says and beyond. Now in this entire week, it's a true check to yourself. One more thing you can do for an emergency purpose in this week 4 is recycling your old phone and keep it as house phone. Like delete all the apps except camera, music, timer or calculator, alarm, like the most necessary ones. Delete all the other apps, or you can get the landline also for the emergency calls. Don't be afraid to do new experiments, because when it comes to establishing a healthy relationship with your phone, there are no rules. And doing all these things and experiments, the end of the day you will notice that you actually made it. Congratulations, you made it. You have officially broken up with your phone and started a new relationship with it. So a relationship that I hope will make you feel good. So if you are going to do all that stuff, so you will notice at the end of the day that you made it. And this is all thanks to all your efforts. You have changed your old habits and created new ones. Your phone has gone from your being a boss to being a tool. So this was it. So this was all this like video about. I hope you guys like it. This book has a lot more new facts, amazing facts that you people need to do. So do give it a read if you haven't done yet. Thank you for watching this video. Do subscribe this channel for amazing updates, and do share the feedback in the comment section below that what do you feel about this video. So thank you.